Khilji imperialism. Khilji imperialism, Khilji. And the question which they have asked in mains is Alauddin Khilji was a typical despot. अलाउद्दीन एक अनोखा साम्राज्यवादी था. अनोखा, typical. This is a word which you have to keep in mind. Typical. अनोखा. अलाउद्दीन खिलजी एक अनोखा साम्राज्यवादी था. Every word, every has a meaning. हर शब्द का एक मतलब है. Now they will not ask Akbar was a typical despot. Sher-Shah was a typical despot. Sher-Shah तो फंस गया. But they are asking that Alauddin Khilji is a typical despot. तो कहीं ना कहीं कोई बात तो जरूर है. जेएनके, कन्याकुमारी, गुजरात, बंगाल, नॉर्थ ईस्ट, route B and route C is the target. He is sitting here, Delhi. He has to give momentum to trade and commerce. He has to fulfill his dream of Sikandar-e-Sani. So, but natural, he has to improve his income. He has to give promotion to trade and commerce. He has to fulfill his dream. Sikandar-e-Sani, he wanted to be the second Alexander. So his target is route B and route C. Northern path and southern path. But he had certain limitations. Sultanate and its economy is emerging. Sultanate and its economy is emerging. So he has to work under his limitations. First step, controls Lahore and a strong defense for northwest. This was his first step, because what is the entry point for India? Khyber. Khyber. Mongols are active in Central Asia. So he has to be cautious towards northwest. So his first step was complete control on Lahore and strong defense for northwest. This was his first step. Why? Mongols were active, and Khyber is the doorway for outsiders from Central Asia. Khyber is the easiest door to enter into India. Who are the threats? Mongols. So he completely controls Lahore and creates a strong defense for northwestern India. I will discuss under Mongol policy. After protecting northwestern door, after protecting northwestern door, second step, Gujarat via मालवा. क्या बात है, गुजरात वाया मालवा. Between Delhi and Gujarat, Rajasthan. Rajasthan is a land of warriors. This was the blunder done by Sher Shah Suri. See, Anokha Samrajyavadi, typical despot. See how smartly he works. After northwestern frontier, his first target, northwestern frontier. First target. He protects himself from foreign danger. And then he turns towards Gujarat. Second target, Gujarat, the land of wealth, via Malwa. Via Malwa. He targets Gujarat via Malwa. To save himself from a Rajputi tussle. ये लोग मानेंगे हैं नहीं, लड़ाई करेंगे. And for them war is a game. तो दूसरा रास्ता ले लो via Malwa. He enters into Gujarat. This is the typicality of this man. This is the maturity of this man. This is the smartness of this man. कि ये मरुस्थल में लड़ने वाले लोग ये तो भूखे रह के लड़ेंगे और हमें लड़ना नहीं है ना, हमें लूटना है. हमें लड़ना नहीं है, हमें सिर्फ लड़ना नहीं है, लूटना है, पैसा इकट्ठा करना है. To fulfill our larger goal. Who was the ruler? Karan Singh Baghel. He defeats Karan Singh Baghel and takes away his wife and daughter. Wife Kamla Devi, daughter Deval Devi. And he marries Kamla Devi. शादी कर ली कमला देवी से. शादी कर ली. He marries Kamla Devi. His son Khajr Khan marries his daughter Devil Devi. And here in Gujarat, for the first time, he comes closer to a sea. It's at a place called Cambay, Khambhat. And here in Cambay, he got the biggest prize of his life, a eunuch. 1,000 dinari. 1,000 dinari. He was purchased in 1,000 dinar, 1,000 dinar. Later on called as Malik Kafur. So first step, protection to northwestern frontier. Second step, the land of wealth. That is Gujarat. While he was returning back from Gujarat, then he takes the third step. While he was returning back from Gujarat, the third target, Rajasthan. See the pragmatism of this person. Protection and wealth. And then the danger land, Rajasthan. मजदूरी मत करो, मेहनत मत करो. आज एक साहब आए मुझसे बोले कि सर कोई अच्छी कोचिंग बता दे. मैंने कहा मैं नहीं पता अच्छी कोचिंग. आई डोंट नो. अरे कैसी बातें कर रहे हैं. I am sitting in the office of Next IS and you are coming and asking me कि sir which is a good coaching. I am a teacher of history optional and you are coming and asking me which optional is good. तो मैं तो हमेशा कहता हूँ public administration is good, sociology is good, ESIR is good. Sir, what you teach history? अबे history is excellent. तुमने good पूछा था ना, good, वो बता रहा हूं. Excellent पूछे तो बता ही देता. इस देश में लोगों को अच्छी कोचिंग चाहिए, अच्छी किताब चाहिए, अच्छी पत्नी चाहिए, अच्छा हस्बैंड चाहिए. खुद अच्छा नहीं होना है. तुम अर्जुन हो जाओ तुम्हें द्रोणाचार्य मिल जाएगा. तुम पार्वती हो जाओ तुम्हें भगवान शंकर मिल जाएंगे. तुम शंकर हो जाओ तुम्हें पार्वती मिल जाएगी. This is the biggest drawback of this country. सब कुछ अच्छा चाहिए लेकिन खुद अच्छा नहीं होना है. सर 3 क्लास डेमो करेंगे किस चीज का? तो फर्स्ट टारगेट नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न फ्रंटियर, सेकंड टारगेट गुजरात, थर्ड टारगेट राजस्थान. Now why Rajasthan became the target? Revolt by neo-Muslims. Revolt by neo-Muslims. Who are these neo-Muslims? The Mongol converts. Mongol converts were the new Muslims. Now there is a law of why they revolted. Why they revolted? In Islam there is a law of khums. In war booty, 1/5 goes to the ruler and 4/5 goes to the soldiers. And Alauddin got so much wealth in Gujarat, so much wealth. He reversed it. Alauddin Alauddin reversed this law. 4/5 to Sultan and 1/5 to the soldiers. And this became the reason for the revolt of Neo-Muslims. These Neo-Muslims revolted and took shelter with shelter. They revolted and took shelter with Hamir Dev, the ruler of Ranthambore. Hamir Dev, the ruler of Ranthambore. Alauddin sent some message to Hamir Dev कि भाईजान, return those rebels to me. And if I would have been there, I would have been chopped off the head of rebels and surrendered to the Alauddin Khilji. But Rajputs, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए. अरे प्राण जाने दो. You saw the dramabazi of Ghulam Nabi Azad and Modi ji. Both were crying. Ghulam Nabi Azad was crying. Modi ji is a great man. Modi ji is a great man. Modi ji was crying. Ghulam Nabi Azad is a great man. Modi ji and Ghulam Nabi Azad is crying for each other in the parliament. And Shamsuddin and Shyamlal are fighting in Devariya, Balia, Gazipur, Gonda. This is always I say to you regularly, aristocracy and common people. Ghulam Nabi Azad and Modi ji is crying in parliament. And Shamsuddin and Shyamlal are fighting. This is what I say to you repeatedly in the class. Aristocracy and common people. Hamir Dev gives the shelter to the Mongol rebels. Alauddin sends the message to Hamir Dev to return back those rebels. Hamir Dev refuses. He says, we are from the family of Raja Raghu. He says, we are the descendants of Raja Raghu. A eagle struck a pigeon. A eagle attacked a pigeon. The pigeon fell in the lap of Raja Raghu. Raja Raghu is from the family of Ram. Survanshi Kshatriya. The eagle comes to Raja Raghu and says, you have to give this pigeon, it's my food. And if you don't give, you will violate the dharma. But Raja Raghu said, I am a Kshatriya. Anyone who will come to my shelter, I will protect. If I give, then also it will be a violation of my dharma. If he doesn't give, that is violation of dharma. If he gives, that is violation of dharma. So he takes out that amount of flesh from his body and gives to that eagle. This was the Kshatriya law. This was the Kshatriya law. And Hamir Deva says, sorry sir, I cannot return. प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए. And then Alauddin Khilji says, very good. तो प्राण ही दे दो. अगर वचन नहीं दे सकते तो प्राण ही दे दो. And then he attacks Ranthambore. And he was a man who believed in fair and foul means. The Prime Minister of Ranthambore was purchased, and that Prime Minister deceives Hamir Dev. He betrays Hamir Dev. He opens the door of Ranthambore. And here, for the first time, the Turkish army saw that great practice called Jauhar. Reason? The revolt by neo-Muslims. Hamir Dev gives shelter to neo-Muslims. Hamir Dev was betrayed by his Prime Minister. For the first time, Turkish army saw the tradition of Jauhar. Very noble, very great tradition. If you can sacrifice your life for your self-respect, Amir Khusro has mentioned it in a very glorified terms. Amir Khusro says, you cannot defeat that community which is willingly ready to die and happy. Before all the males would go for war, females, they used to create a funeral pyre. They used to dress up like a bride. And they used to jump in that. Jauhar. कभी तुम नीचे को पढ़ो नीचे को Frederick William Nietzsche. He says there are two types of mentalities in this world: slave morality, master morality. Slave morality, flatterer, beggar. Master morality, गुड्डू भैया कहते ना मिर्जापुर में कि कालीन भैया हम आपके लिए काम नौकरी करते हैं, नौकर नहीं है आपके. We are working for you. We are not your servant. And because of this betrayal, Hamir Dev was defeated. That was a big achievement for Alauddin Khilji, defeating Ranthambore, one of the powerful fort of Rajasthan. And the Prime Minister who betrayed Hamir Dev, when he comes to meet Alauddin and asks for the return, कि सरकार हमने आपकी मदद की थी, सरकार बोले इसका खाल उतार लो, इसकी चमड़ी उतार लो, जो अपने मालिक का नहीं हुआ वो मेरा क्या होगा. क्या डिसीजन अलाउद्दीन खिलजी का, वाह. जो अपने मालिक का नहीं हुआ वो मेरा क्या होगा. चमड़ी उतार लो इसकी. After Ranthambore, he turns towards the second powerful fort, Chittor. It's on a highway to Gujarat. Who was the ruler? Ratan Singh. Chittor is basically on the highway to Gujarat. Highway to Gujarat, highway. If you dominate Chittor, you will dominate the entire route to Gujarat. That is the importance of Chittor. But then Malik Muhammad Jaisi has written a book, Padmavat. Padmavat. And that book, Padmavat, written by Malik Muhammad Jaisi, Malik Muhammad Jaisi has written a book Padmavat, and this book Padmavat talks about Ratan Singh, Padmini, and Alauddin Khilji. And from here generates that story that Alauddin Khilji was in the search of Padmini. अबे यार जिस आदमी को औरतों में इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है, सिंपल सी बात है. It is said that after getting Alauddin Khilji, after he got Malik Kafur, it is said by historians that after getting Malik Kafur, he rarely entertained a woman. Rarely. He used to say that the entire happiness of this world is in the arms of Malik Kafur. जिसको औरतों में इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है. Chittor was nowhere to stand in front of the fair and foul means of Alauddin Khilji. Chittor was also defeated. Jalar, ruler Mahak Dev. Mahak Dev threatened Alauddin Khilji. Very small principality of Rajasthan, Jalar. He threatens Alauddin Khilji. You will be chopped off into pieces. Alauddin smiled. क्या रहा है यार? He sends his maid as an army commander. He sends his maid as an army commander. Maid. अपनी नौकरानी को भेज दिया कि जाओ महक देखो कम से कम 10 तमाचा मारना खींच के. And in this way, in the third attempt, he dominates entire Rajasthan. First attempt, northwest, protection. Second attempt, Gujarat, wealth. Third attempt, Rajasthan, security. And in fourth attempt, he turns towards Deccan. Deccan. And Deccan is the link between north and south. It's a link between north and south. And Devgiri was ruled by Yadava dynasty. Who was the ruler? Ramchandra. Ramchandra was the ruler. He married the daughter of Ramchandra. Marriage alliance. Marriage alliance with Ramchandra. He not only married the daughter of Ramchandra, he gave a huge respect to Ramchandra. He gave the title of Rai Rayan to Ramchandra. Rai Rayan, chief of chiefs. The Jagir of Navsari. Navsari as a Jagir. And 1 lakh tanka as a gift. And historians write it as a note. Historians say that this was the precursor of Akbar's Rajput policy. Historians say that this was the precursor of Akbar's Rajput policy. Deccan is a link between north and south. Which dynasty was present in Devgiri? Yadava. Who was the ruler? Ramchandra. Marriage alliance. He marries the daughter of Ramchandra. He gives huge respect to Ramchandra. Title of Rai Ryan, Chief of Chiefs. Navsari in Gujarat as a Jagir. And 1000 Tanka as a gift. आज की दृष्टिकोण से मत देखो. Don't see from today's perspective Hindu and a Musliman. तुम ये सोचो कि अमित शाह को एक बेटा है आज, होम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया, और आजम खान साहब ने अपनी बेटी की शादी कर दी उससे. खुशी खुशी कर देंगे. खुशी खुशी कर देंगे, खुशी खुशी. एरिस्टोक्रेसी डज नॉट बिलीव्स इन ऑल दैट. हिंदुस्तान के सुल्तान से किसी की बेटी की शादी, तो रिलीजन बीच में मत लाओ. डोंट बिकम इमोशनल. डोंट बिकम इमोशनल. दुनिया में दो तरह के लोग हैं. एक शाही, एक जाहिल. जाहिल इतना बंधनों में है. जाहिल्स हैव सो मेनी बॉन्डेजेस. रिलीजन, रेस, कास्ट, रीजन, सेक्ट. Aristocracy, they never believe in all these things. And then Ramchandra became the ally of Alauddin Khilji in Deccan and South Indian expedition. और हर्षवर्धन के बाद 7th century, 14th century, 700 साल, for past 700 years, no North Indian ruler has entered into South India. बड़ा पैसा इकट्ठा किया था साउथ इंडिया ने. 700 years. After Harshvardhan till Alauddin Khilji, from 7th century to 14th century, no North Indian ruler has entered in Deccan and South India. So they have amassed a huge amount of wealth. Ramchandra became an ally. अलाउद्दीन क्या है? एक अनोखा साम्राज्यवादी. अलाउद्दीन क्या है? एक अनोखा. See the pragmatism of this person. See the maturity of this person. See the thought process of this person. अलाउद्दीन क्या है? एक अनोखा साम्राज्यवादी. Deccan is an unknown terrain, tough terrain. South India is a completely tough terrain. He creates an ally in Deccan, Raja Ramchandra. And then with the help of Ramchandra, he targets Deccan and South India. Deccan. Who was the next target? Warangal. Who was the ruler? Pratap Rudradeva. This army of Ramchandra was acting as a scout for the imperial army. Scout. On every nook and corner they were standing. Left. Pratap Deva sends a golden statue of himself with a golden chain in it. "I am ready to be your slave." After Deccan, he turns towards South India, Karnataka, Hoysalas, Balal, Veer Balal. After Karnataka, he turns towards Pandyas of Madurai. Veer Pandya and Sundar Pandya. Were fighting for the throne. Veer Pandya and Sundar Pandya were fighting for the throne. Veer Pandya and Sundar Pandya. They were fighting for the throne. And then Sundar Pandya. When Malik Kafur reaches Tamil Nadu, we have a habit of asking help from others for our internal dispute. This is a very bad habit of Indians. अरे पाकिस्तानीज अगर अपना जीडीपी बढ़ा लेते, जापान बन जाते, कश्मीर, पंजाब सब उनके साथ चला जाता. किसी को अट्रैक्ट करने का, करीब लाने का सबसे अच्छा फार्मूला क्या है? फुलफिल द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ दैट पर्सन. बट कश्मीर पाने के चक्कर में पाकिस्तान ने अपने आप को बर्बाद कर दिया. तुझे पाने की चाह में कुछ इस कदर खो चुका हूं मैं. तुझे पाने की चाह में कुछ इस कदर खो चुका हूं मैं कि तू मिल भी जाए अगर तो तेरे मिलने का गम होगा. तुझे पाने की चाह में कुछ इस कदर खो चुका हूं मैं कि तू मिल भी जाए अगर तो तेरे मिलने का गम होगा. कि अब क्या फायदा मिलने से. Malik Kafur says to Sundar Pandya, "Don't worry, I'll help you to get the throne. I'll help you to get the throne." But instead of searching Veer Pandya, he was targeting the Tamil temples. Tamil temples were the reservoir of wealth. Cholas have accumulated huge amount of wealth. Cholas. And then he targets the temple of Chidambaram. Finally, Sundar Pandya understood कि नहीं नहीं यार ये तो हमें बेवकूफ बना रहा है. So he escapes into the jungle. But till then, Malik Kafur has done this job. And you know who was the commander-in-chief of this Deccan and South Indian campaign? Malik Kafur. And then Kafur returns back with the bags full of gold. And it was said that the wealth he got from Chidambaram temple was 200 times more than what Mahmud Ghazni has got in Somnath temple. And in this way, Malik Kafur dominates the large part of Root Bay and Sea. Anokha Samrajyavadi. First step, protection from foreign invasion. Second step, wealth. Who's the target? Gujarat. Third step, Rajasthan for security. Fourth step, alliance with Deccan, Ramchandra. Fifth step, Deccan and South India for plunder. So his imperial policy was based on pragmatism and priority. बस यही लिखना है. His imperialism was based on pragmatism and priority. अनोखा साम्राज्यवादी, अनोखा. Next heading, Mongol policy. Mongol policy. Iltutmish, policy of neutrality. Razia, policy of neutrality. Balban, power and diplomacy. Alauddin, Alauddin, power and scientific frontier. See the development. Power and scientific frontier. Mongol policy. Power and scientific frontier, scientific. तो जैसे जैसे सल्तनत का डेवलपमेंट होगा, पॉलिसी भी डेवलप करेगी. So as the state will become powerful, so there will be a change in policy. Jawaharlal Nehru, policy of neutrality. Indira Gandhi, policy of neutrality. Narasimha Rao, active policy. Modi, power and scientific frontier. कि अटैक करो उनके कैंप्स पे. Power and scientific frontier, not neutrality. Power and scientific frontier, scientific. Nehru, Indira, and Narasimha Rao, active interference, but silent. Modi, power and scientific frontier. Terror camp पे attack करो. Modern India also followed it. And now the time of Akbar is coming. And then we will occupy up to Afghanistan. That is our natural frontier. Let's discuss Alauddin Khilji and power and scientific frontier. Power. Power and scientific frontier. Power and scientific frontier. entire northwest and Punjab was turned into military camp. Entire northwest and Punjab was turned into military camp. Entire. Till today this policy is going on. Balwant created 3 frontiers. Beas, Sunam, Samana and Delhi. He turns entire northwest and Punjab into a military camp. Second, rejuvenation of old forts and construction of new one. Construction of new one. Rejuvenation of old forts of Sunam and Samana. And then in these forts, Turk and Afghan soldiers like Zafar Khan, Ghazi Malik, Zafar Khan, Ghazi Malik, and these commanders, Zafar Khan and Ghazi Malik, were directly under the orders of Sultan. Entire northwest and Punjab into military camp, construction of new forts, rejuvenation of old, then the appointment of Turks and Afghan soldiers under capable commanders, Zafar Khan and Ghazi Malik. Ghazi Malik, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, Zafar Khan and Ghazi Malik, and these capable commanders were directly under the command of Sultan. Interconnection of all the forts with each other. Interconnection of all the forts with each other. Policy of tit for tat. Policy of tit for tat against Mongols. Example, ambush. Third, construction of a new capital. Siri. You come to Delhi, you'll see a Siri fort here. Construction of a new capital. And above all these things, fourth point, a strong central army, strong standing army. A strong standing army and a spy system. A strong standing army and spy system. Strong standing army and a spy system. Later on Akbar took this polity to the peak. When he controls the entire scientific frontier of India, Kabul, Ghazni, Kandahar and Herat. वो भी समय आने वाला है हिंदुस्तान का. next 25 years. कनाडा के प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा है कि हमको भी वैक्सीन दे दो. Canadian Prime Minister was not talking to our Prime Minister. Now he personally called him कि भैया हमको भी दे दो वैक्सीन. हाँ मोदी जी ने कहा ले लो. इल्तुतमिश रजिया अब वो पता है कैसे पूछेंगे कि discuss the foreign policy of medieval rulers and its evolution from Sultanate to Mughal period. ये क्वेश्चन होगा. Discuss the foreign policy of medieval rulers and its evolution from Sultanate to Mughal period. लिख लो ये क्वेश्चन. Discuss the northwestern policy of Mughal rulers, the northwestern policy of medieval rulers from Sultanate to Mughal period. And to manage all these things, financial policy, market policy, theory of kingship, imperialism, Mongol policy, to manage all these things, you require a sound administrative structure. So, sixth heading, administrative reforms. Administrative reforms of Alauddin Khilji. All these things required a sound administrative structure. So what was the specialty of his administrative structure? Let's discuss it here. Administrative reforms. There was no new development in the administrative structure. Administrative reforms. Administrative structure was given a practical approach. Structure was same. Structure which was established by slave dynasty was same, but it was given a practical approach. Example, emphasis on the functional part of administration. Example, emphasis on the functional part of administration. Functional part, functional. He is creating a market policy. So he knows that market policy requires a proper management. market policy. He knows it requires a proper management. So, Diwan Riyasat. Then, market superintendents. Then, Barids. That is, informers. This was the first part of his administration. Functional part, functional. Not simply the theoretical part. This is the difference. This was the same difference between Chandragupta and Ashoka. Emphasis on the functional part of administration. He comes out with market policy. He creates an administrative structure for market policy. Diwan-e-Riyasat, market superintendents and Barids. Second, managerial control. Very important part of his administration, for which he is appreciated in entire history. Managerial control. Example, managerial control. Diwan-e-Riyasat, Central Ministry for Market Policy, market superintendents and Barids, informers. But he knows the limitations of human psychology. So he appoints Munias, the special spies, to keep the eye on all of them. He knows that they are also human beings. So personal interest. This is called as managerial control. Policy making is not the big thing. The structure to implement that policy. So emphasis on the functional part of administration. Second, managerial control. बेईमानी होने का चांस ही नहीं है. Third, emphasis on talent in appointing the officers. Emphasis on talent in appointing the officers. Example, Yaqub Malik. He was the boss of Diwan-e-Riyasat, a man of moral and ethics. Yaqub Malik. Alal Mulk. His friend and close associate, who played a major role in turning him as emperor. Malik Kafur, the eunuch whom he turns into a successful military commander. And the entire Deccan and South Indian campaign was under Malik Kafur. Selection of right person in life is also a talent. Ashoka was surrounded by right people. Akbar was surrounded by right people. Samudragupta was surrounded by right people. Kanishk was surrounded by right people. चलो फिर ओके, गुड नाइट.